Do you have any questions before we start?
No? How should I stand?
What do I do with my hands? Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we get a chance to talk with Mary. Mary, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So Mary, tell us a little bit about your rig.
Her name is Maxine. She's a 2005 Four Winds, 31 feet.
Okay. How long have you had it?
1 year.
1 year. Congratulations.
Thank you. I also flat tow a vehicle behind me, which is a Honda CRV. And when you tow a car behind you where all four wheels are on the ground, it's called a toad. So I actually have a picture of a toad on my hood, and she has a pink bow on her head.
And do you like having a toad behind you?
I do. Well, with a 31-foot RV, I wanted to be able to go to different grocery stores and not have to go to Walmart all the time.
That's fair. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get in with your car versus your motorhome. So, all right, very good. Well, let's go ahead and just do a tour, shall we?
All right.
All right, let's go.
Sounds good. All right, so welcome to my home.
Wow, this is absolutely gorgeous in here.
Thank you. So one of the things that was really important to me is that this is my home and it needed to feel like my home. So I put a lot of personal touches in it. A lot of this stuff my husband and I purchased together. He died 2.5 years ago after 51 years of marriage. So it was, you know, I get to still have him be here with me. So it was important to me that when I'm in here, that it feels like a home. It doesn't feel like an RV. I love plants, but I don't like taking care of them. So I put fake plants in here so that they look real, but I don't have to kill them. I took all the window vances off from around the windows because it just felt so enclosed and dark in here, and made curtains for the windows, put up the curtain rods. And then I didn't like the furniture that was in here, so I covered it all up with very simple slip covers from Amazon. Of course, everything I have in here that I purchased is from Amazon.
So with all the renovations, what do you think, just like the renovations you've done on here, how much do you think that's cost you? Any idea?
Not a whole lot, because I waited for the slip covers to go on sale, and you know, just priced them out. The paint didn't cost me a whole lot, and the hardware was really inexpensive on Amazon. I ended up spending, I think, $30 for all the hardware for the doors in here. I'm on a budget. I live on Social Security, so I need to save up when I want to do something. But it made such a huge difference in how it felt in here, just painting this. So one of the things that I wanted to share is that I didn't do the painting until a couple months ago. And I had to take off all the cabinet doors. And fortunately for me, where I was staying, there was a garage that I could put all the doors in so I could paint them all at one time. But I had to take off all the hardware. I kept everything in the cabinets. I didn't have to remove anything from the cabinets because I just painted around the stuff that was in there. It just made such a huge difference for how it felt, just putting on 2 coats of paint.
So really the lesson I'm learning from that is, even if you've already moved in your motorhome or your rig, it's not too late to paint. You can
Exactly.
Still do it.
It's not something that you ever have to do before you move in. I've lived in here for almost a year before I did this. One of the things that I'm so proud about is my table extension. I still wanted to be able to use my bench that I have here because I've had a couple of grandchildren stay with me, and we want to use the table to eat and play games. So I didn't want to lose my bench, but I needed more space because I just have a little counter. So I built this table extension, which I put a piece of plywood on the wall, put a piano hinge. So when I need the bench, this literally folds up flat against the wall, and then I still have my bench. So there's 2 little feet here, and they both sit right on the edge of the table. And then this folds down flat as well. So when I fold the table up, it lays flat against the table. It doesn't stick out.
And how does it attach up on the wall?
I have this little hook here, and I just turn that, and it holds it firmly against the wall. I have 2 lithium batteries and an inverter and 4 solar panels on top of Maxine. I also have a generator, and then when I'm driving, the alternator also charges my batteries. Clutter has always been an issue for me, so I don't like clutter. So I have given away so much stuff to make sure that what I have fits, and I don't have piles of stuff anywhere.
So Mary, what first inspired you to hit the road and do this nomadic lifestyle?
Well, I thought that this is what I wanted to do, and my youngest son suggested me taking a road trip first. And I had a Subaru Forester. A year after my husband died, decided to do the 6-week road trip, and ended up in a campground in Maine, and met a couple there that said, "You are so close to Nova Scotia, you should go." And that wasn't even on my radar. So I pulled out my atlas, my yellow highlighter, and drew a whole new route and went into New Brunswick for a couple days, went to Nova Scotia for 4 days, PEI for 4 days, and Quebec for 4 days. And absolutely loved the freedom of being able to go where I want, when I want, and stay for however long I wanted to stay. And came back and started looking for an RV and found Maxine within a week after I got back.
So was that really ever on your radar in previous years?
We had we bought an RV with one of our oldest sons, but then my husband got sick, and so we never got to enjoy it.
Gotcha.
And so we had to stay pretty close to all his doctors. I was his caregiver for quite a while.
Yeah.
So we never really got to enjoy this. We had a dog who died at, he was 19 and a half, and he died 6 months before my husband. And people always say, "You don't have a dog?" And I go, I'm learning how to just take care of me right now.
Was there anything that you were afraid of when you first hit the road, and was it valid or not valid?
The tanks, the black and gray tanks seem like, oh my God, that's a lot of work to do that. Why would anybody choose to do that? The black and gray tanks are nothing. I mean, it's just so easy to do them. It becomes second nature. And I mean, it's not anything you even really think about, but it's not anything that you have to be, oh my God, I can't do that.
Pull a lever, it goes away.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I really did over here is when I first bought Maxine, her faucet was almost straight across the sink. I'm going, you can't even fit a pot under there to put water in it. So I replaced the faucet. I have a water filter both under the sink for here, and when I fill up my water tank, I have a filter on that, just to make sure that whatever's in the water wherever I'm at, I don't have to worry about getting sick. Yeah, so this is my 3-burner stove. I do make sure I turn on my hood vent whenever I'm cooking in here, because it is propane. But my oven I haven't used because it's a pain in the butt to light. So I haven't really used that.
That's all right. You can do most things on the stovetop.
Yes. And then this is my refrigerator and freezer. I've been fortunate enough that my freezer and refrigerator are a pretty good size.
That's nice.
So I can fit quite a bit of stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Oh, that is awesome. Lego my ego.
Yeah. So my bedroom, I haven't done anything. So I still have the original window coverings and shades in here. This is going to be my next project, to redo this. I have 2 small closets here, which are good for like shirts and stuff, but I have dresses. And so these hooks that I put on the wall hold 45 pounds. So this is a wardrobe, and it had a hanging bar in there, but I didn't want to hang clothes in here. I needed pantry space, so I have actually turned this into a pantry.
Oh, nice. That gives you lots of storage.
Yes. The pictures that I have hanging on the wall are all on foam board, and they just stick right to the wall, and I can move them if I want to, but they weigh absolutely nothing.
And did you take those photos?
I did. I did. So this was my dog, Benny, who died at 19 and a half, and this was my husband, Tim. This is our oldest grandson, and then my 2 youngest grandchildren.
Oh, that's great. Beautiful photography.
Thank you. This is my bathroom. The main thing that I did in here is remove the glass shower doors because I didn't, it made the shower way too small. So I took those out and put in a shower curtain. One thing I would like to say is that everything that I own is in Maxine. It was important for me to not have a storage unit, and it didn't make sense for me to have one because I'm thinking, if I have a storage unit, when am I going to get back there to go through it? And if I can go without something for 6 months or a year, then I probably don't need it. So it was real important to me. I have given away so much stuff, even when I moved into Maxine. I gave away so much stuff because it's important for me to have this feel like home and not have piles of stuff everywhere. So I feel there's other stuff I'm sure I can get rid of, but right now I have a space for it.
Do you feel it's very freeing?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. You know, because then my stuff doesn't determine who I am. I determine who I am. Yeah, I talked about the freedom of being able to do this, and I don't think there's any set age that you need to be to do that. I'm 71, and I get to now choose this at being my age of saying, I'm not too old to do this. I'm not too young to do it. One of the things that's important to me of not only the inside of my RV feeling like a home, I want the outside to feel like a home as well. And I have fun with her. So Maxine has eyelashes and she has ruby red lips. And so it's nice to just have fun and make this is my backyard. This is my home. So I get to decorate it with things that bring me joy. And I love the tiki torches, and I have a propane fire pit that I have, and an outdoor table, and of course my wind chimes. And it makes it not only feel like home inside, but this is my yard when I'm out here. So my towing system is a Blue Ox, which makes it very easy for me to attach and detach the car. When I had it installed, I told them, I said, you're dealing with a 70-year-old woman who's by herself, and I need to be able to do this by myself. So they made it to where I could do that.
Mary, thank you so much for showing us Maxine and everything you've done to it. I really appreciate you taking the time today.
Oh my gosh, it was an honor to be able to share my wonderful home with you today.
Awesome. So being on the road for a year now, what has been your favorite part?
Oh, meeting people. I met an amazing group of people in Texas, winter Texans, that are just amazing human beings. Being out here has been wonderful. I met a couple of women from the WRTR that I went to, and I'm actually boondocking with them. So it's just a wonderful way to just meet people. I can be alone when I need to be alone. I have my own space, and I get to be with other people. I mean, I get to choose what that looks like and how much time I spend with people.
You choose your neighbors and you choose your neighborhood.
Yes.
It's not a bad thing.
The awesome thing about that is that if neighbors pull in that I don't like, I just get behind the steering wheel and move.
Turn the key and you're out of there.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So, well, again, thank you very much for taking the time today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Folks out there, what was your favorite part of her rig, of her setup, of her lifestyle? We'd love to hear in the comments below. If you got anything out of today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, share it with friends, and until next time, we'll see you down the road. So long.
Thank you.
That's awesome. You did great.